Alright, well, here we go again. Hello, people. Good mornings. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. What? I just seen new. A lot of people are losing jobs nowadays. eBay is about to cut 1,000 jobs. Crazy. I just seen the news. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, man. Pray for those people. Yeah. Anyway, alright, now, what I got for you? I'll be talking to you Steam Deck fans anyway, you know. You know the Steam Deck fans, you know the Steam Deck tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's happening? Steam Deck Squad, what's up? And you Steam Deck nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators, what's happening? Sitting here messing with y'all. Alright, now, what do I got for you guys? What do I got? On the Steam Deck front, that is. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, we got 6 little news here. Let me knock this out real quick. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh yeah, and I got a video to make about you. The Batman fans ain't gonna like the news on the next video that I'm about to do. Anyway, let me do this real quick. So what do we got? Alright, proposed Windows NT Sync driver brings Wine/Proton performance improvements, says Zeb Figueroa and Codeweavers has proposed a Windows NT synchronization primitive driver to help performance of running games and application designs for Windows on Linux with Wine/Proton. As per the RFC request for comments posted on the Linux kernel mailing list, Figueroa notes this patch series introduced a new char miss driver /dev/NTS sync, which is used to implement Windows NT synchronization. Then, given some background on it, the Wine project emulates the Windows API in user space on particular parts. That API, namely the NT synchronization primitive, have historically been implemented via RPC to a dedicated kernel process. However, more recent applications use these API more strenuously, and the overhead of RPC has become a bottleneck. The NT synchronization API are too complex to implement on top of existing primitive without sacrificing correctness. Certain operations such as NT pulse events or even the wait for all mode of NT wait for multiple objects requires direct control over underlying wait sequence, and implementing a queue sufficiently robust for Wine in user space is not possible. The purpose driver therefore implements problematic interface directly in Linux kernel. Figueroa did a presentation on it at the Linux Plumber conference in 2023 that could be seen. Okay, and then it shows what kind of performance difference might we see with something like this. The difference depends on your hardware and what you're trying to run, but some FPS example were given from multiple users, including let's see, Age of Foot, Call of Juarez, Dirt 3, Forza Horizon 5, Lara Croft, Temple of Osiris, Metro 2033, Resident Evil 2, The Crew, Tiny Tina Wonderland, and Total War. And it says Upstream, NT Sync Improvement, Anger Foot is 6. Anger Foot Upstream is 99, 69 on Upstream, 99 on NT Sync Improvement, 43%. Call of Juarez is 99.8 on Upstream, and NT Sync is 224.1, 125% improvement. Dirt 3 is 110.6, and then NT Sync is 860.7. And then Forza Horizon 5 is 108, and then NT Sync is 160, and then Uh, Lara Croft Temple of Osiris is 141, but NT Sync is 326. That's 131 percent improvement. And then Metro 2023 is 164, and then it went from 164.4 to 199.2, 21%. Resident Evil 2 is 2026. Then the NT Sync is 77, but then it went to 196. 196% improvement. Yeah. And what else? The Crew is 20. The Crew 26, and then it went from upstream. It went to 51, so that's a 96% improvement. Tiny Tina Wonderland is 130, and then it went to 360 on NT Sync. That's 177% improvement. Total War Saga Troy 109 and 146, and then it's a 34% improvement. Yeah. Anyway, he says so impressive the number, but again, it's hardware dependent. But even so, any performance uplift would become so hopeful. The patch series gets some good comments and approval. After all, any tweaks are done that may be needed. Look like we could end up seeing a nice future performance improvement for Linux and Steam Deck gaming with Wine and Proton. All right, now what else I got? Since we talking, all right. Let's see. Go. Engine gets a free Nintendo Switch port for game dev. All right. Let's see here. Here's one less reason for game developers to skip over using free and open source Go.Engine, as it now has a free port available to bring games over to Nintendo Switch. You may remember recently that W4 Games, a company set up by some of the Go.Team, team, announced their own console port availability that has a cost attached to it, with which at a minimum would be $800 a year for a single console. Then it says many felt the price was too much, but since it's all open source, anyone else could come up with a portion solution. Now they have, for the Nintendo Switch at least, says RAWR Lab game announced the free Go.Engine port for the authorized Nintendo Switch developer supporting projects made with Go. Version 3.5.x and 4.1.x features of the port. Then it says compatibility, access available at no cost to all authorized Nintendo Switch developers. Licensed source code is distributed under MIT license offering board usage and modification rights. Software provisioning. The software is provided as is without any implied warrant or support of any kind. Basic functionality include the port includes only basic functionality. No C or GDN native or GDE extension. Only GD scripts is supported. Native extensions are not supported, but you can try to convert them into internal modules. Optimization level is important to note that the port is not highly optimized but is adequately efficient for most small to mid game projects. Expandability, having access to the source code. Developer with C++ knowledge have the opportunity to add and integrate additional functionality as needed. No support provided. The port is provided without support. Developers are encouraged to engage with community on Nintendo Developer Portal for collaboration and assistance. We recommend partnering with porting companies for medium or large size projects. Access procedure. Access can be required through Nintendo Developer Portal. Yeah. And that's Go.Dot for you. Ever since that Unity situation, man, everybody been all these open source engines been making moves. All right, what I got for you guys again? Steam Deck fans, that is. Let's see what we got. Oh, Core Keepers get a new event plus various new features on January 31st. Core Keepers is rather wonderful a game about underground mining, crafting, and exploration, and it's about to get big new Lunar Year event along with some new permanent features to improve the game. The event itself run from January 31st to February 13th, sending you off on a hunt for lost red envelopes filled with lucky coins that can be traded for a range of new items, including decorative paper, lanterns, mystic nut tassels, wallpaper lanterns, guardian beast statues, and a brand new piece of headgear, the dragon mask. On top of the various new permanent features, we'll be adding including a requested quality of life improvement, including major changes to wall and floors, streamlining and building customations, improvement to chess, planner boxes, additional performance optimization, and more. Even Discord rich presence is being added. Yeah. Core Keepers, folks, January 31st. All right. Now, what else I got for you since we go in here? What else I got for you? Okay. Oh, Pal World. Uh-oh. Pal World is wreaking havoc. Pal World is wreaking havoc, man. Listen to this. Pal World hits 7 million sales, smashes Counter-Strike 2 all-time peak, and get a roadmap. It says here, Pal World has continued to smash record, and it has now become the number 2 on Steam for the record of peak players as it crosses 7 million sales. There's also a fancy roadmap. It only recently jumped over to Counter-Strike 2 for currently online players, but now it has also rocket past Counter-Strike on the record of peak players overall with 1,864,421 versus Counter-Strike all-time peak 1,818,773, giving it the true number 2 spot on the Steam, which you can see on SteamDB. Absolutely incredible number for a brand new early access game. Yeah, and it says from the image, early access roadmap addressing critical issues. Currently, number of bugs have been identified, and we're prioritizing fixing those. Something the world date may experience rollback. The load screen may persist when trying to load into a world, and so on. Improve to implement ASAP. Key configuration improvements. Improvement to base PAL AI and pathing. Plan future updates. PvP. Raid bosses. In-game content. PAL Arena. PvP versus PALs. Steam. Xbox crossplay. Various Xbox features improvement. Server transfer and mitigation. Improvements to build system. New islands. PAL bosses and technologies. It says there's also already a Steam Deck performance mod available, although it does reduce the visual quality a lot, and it's already not especially great visually on the Steam Deck to get around 30 FPS. It currently has a Steam Deck playable rating and works just fine on the desktop Linux with Proton. PAL World is available on Steam. Yeah. PAL World taking over the world, man. What else? Alright, Team Fortress. What do we got? Let's see here. Team Fortress has a 64-bit and Vulkan update for Linux in testing. Valve are still updating Team Fortress 2, and a bigger technical update is currently in the works that will bring 64-bit Vulkan support to the Linux version. Currently, Team Fortress 2 on Linux uses TOGL, Valve Original DirectX to OpenGL translation layer, like what Valve did with their other older games. This update will instead use the vastly new DXVK, which translate DirectX to Vulkan. Together, 64-bit and Vulkan support should make the game run much smoother. Eventually, the Windows version should be 64-bit too. Not only that, it also bumps up Team Fortress 2 to use the new Steam Linux Runtime 3.0 Sniper, making it work better on modern Linux distribution. And it says you can try it out right now under the x64 Linux test beta branch on Steam, which is not publicly, but you will not be able to connect to a public server or do matchmaking. It's purely for local testing and benchmarking. On top of that, the Team Fortress 2 dedicated server is also being updated to go along with it on Steam app ID 232250. Good to see Team Fortress 2 update really are coming. Yeah. Last time they were complaining about it. See, Valve was listening, you little Steam Deck fans. Alright, now, what else we got for you Steam Deck fans? Go through this list here. Alright. It says here, NVIDIA 550.40.07 beta driver release with fixes for VRR and Wayland. Oh yeah, and this list is big. It says NVIDIA has today launched the 550.40.7 beta driver for Linux, which includes numerous important fixes. So you might want to jump in and give it this one thorough gaming test. I have to be careful checking over NVIDIA drivers release, as they keep copy pasting changelog from previous version. In this case, they have again copied over a lot of the changes from previous drivers release, so keep that in mind. A fair note of what listed were also in the 545.29.02 driver release back in October 2023. NVIDIA aren't really making it clear lately exactly what new in each driver, which is frustrating. I have again tried to reach out to NVIDIA to find out what's happening with the changelog, and scanning over previous releases, it looked like these special may be actually new to the driver. Alright, what do we got? It says here, fixing the issue sometimes cause Wayland application to run at less than 1 frame per second on Maxwell Volta Pascal series GPU. Fix a bug that caused intermittent drops in desktop frame rates. Fix a bug that caused flip event timeout message to be printed to the system log when displays are hot plugged when NVIDIA DRMs is loaded with kernel module parameters. It says fix intermittent XID errors on Horizon Zero Dawn, Metro Exodus, Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite. Fix a bug which prevents no max PCLK check mode validation token from working on a single link, TMDS. Fix a bug that allows VRR to be driven below their minimum refresh rate, resulting in a blank flickering image. Add an application profile to improve Quinn performance on hybrid system by setting OpenGL dedicated HW state per context enable robust. And it says update the build process for NVIDIA kernel module to honor the install mod DIRK build environment. Add support for R8, GR8, 8, YC, BR, CR, GBM format. Optimize X driver endless frame rates, limited to more closely mimic upstream behaviors and prevent it from activating in convenient situations. Add a new Xconfig button. It said limit frame rate when headless to disable headless frame rate limiter. Fix a bug that prevents GameScope from running using NVIDIA Open GPU kernel module. Fix a bug that prevents the installer package from being on package on system with ZSTD is not see if I can get it here. Where was I at? Is not installed when /TPM is mounted. NOXEC. Use transparent huge page when available for the text section. This is done through MadVice calls and require config read-only THP for F5. Fix regression that prevents setting backlight brightness levels. Fix a bug that could lead to user interface corruption in NVIDIA installer on system with more than one increment of file kernel. Then it says fix a bug that caused game built on Source 2 engine for hang when running older X-Wayland. Add beta quality support for GeForce Workstation GPUs to open kernel modules. Please see the Open Linux kernel module chapter in README details. Check the name visibly i/proc device of NVIDIA device and the NVIDIA controller device from NVIDIA front end to NVIDIA and NVIDIA CTL script, which were parsh /proc /device, such as the dev rules may need to be updated. Note that the conventional /device, dev device path like /dev/NVIDIA and /dev/NVIDIA Act 1 remains unchanged. And then, well, that's it. So yeah, you guys are good. News, deals, games, and updates. The Steam Deck Lite. Got you guys covered. You're up to date. And keep you guys in the loop on what's going on. I already did some videos already, so I'm going to upload that. And plus this one, and then, yeah. But there's one more I'm going to do after this. And that's with the Batman story. There's an article about there was a Batman game based on Damian Wayne, and then it got canceled because of too many leaks. So the Batman community ain't gonna like that. So yes, I'm gonna make a video after this once I'm done with this. But other than that, you Steam Deck fans are good. Tekken 8 comes out January to 26, 27. Suicide Squad comes out February 2nd. Yeah. Get your Steam Deck and storage ready for those games. They're coming. Plus with the updates. Yeah. Proton 8.0 through 5 is out now. So yeah. Get that. Update your system for that. And you remember there's Proton Experimental, Proton, GE Proton, there's Proton Hotfixes, the one that lets you run Lutris and all those launchers for the Steam Deck. So yeah. Keep your system up to date with all the Proton's apps that's out there for the Steam Deck, because you're gonna need them, so especially when it comes to gaming on the Steam Deck. So yeah, Capcom fixed the problem that they created, and so now Monster Hunter should work. Yeah, AMD Fluid Motion is out now to go along with that FSR3. So yeah, your Steam Deck is good. Steam Deck is in good hands, man. So yeah. Of course, there's the FSR3 with Unreal Engine. Yeah. Steam Deck is good, man. More news and more updates to come in the days and weeks to come. But I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah. What else? What else? I just seen the news about eBay cutting 1,000 people. They're restructuring, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek fan. Lord Dark Side. Go. Peace.